Hey, hey,
It's Oak Island Day.
it is Oak Island Day. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Could It Be an Oak Island pregame.
Would you believe it?
We're here.
But that's the name of the episode.
Oh, is that
Tonight,
is that
yeah.
the name of the episode?
See, would.
Would.
They're being punny.
Would you believe it?
So
I would believe it. We're here.
yeah,
Do you
so
believe
would
it?
I do believe it.
Well, hello. We're anxiously waiting for all of our friends to pop up in the chat.
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it gets shared to our Facebook group.
And the first person in the chat is Jackie. What's up, Jackie?
What's up, Jackie? What's up?
What's up, Jackie? What's up? And Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Susan had like a get together this last week down in Arizona,
But it wasn't just Arizona. Like every 30 seconds, I swear I saw the flamingos headed somewhere else. And
Yeah, they went to the Grand Canyon, right?
yeah.
So yeah, it was Susan and
They're yelling
Cindy and
again.
Connie.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Bokey, what's up, Bokey? Good to see you, man. And go Hoosiers. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Awesome to see both of us. Thank you, Susan. It's awesome to see you too. I'm glad you're in the chat. I'm glad everybody that is now filtering in is here. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oak Island.
Yeah,
We haven't talked about it in a while. Not really.
Wild out. Like, guys, this is a crazy season.
It's cool.
It is cool.
It's very fun. So we haven't had a chance to give our 2 cents on a lot of stuff, and I guess we'll be doing that here today. Agnes, hey, what's up? Good to see you, OG.
Agnes.
Pat Wilson, what's up? Good to see you. Bokey said I'm wearing the Hoosier red.
Oh, I call this Target red.
Yeah,
because he likes to wear red. But I'm like, so are you working at Target today? And he's wearing khaki pants. So he's also Jake from State Farm.
I look like an employee from Target, yes.
Well, yeah.
That's fine.
And if we go to Target, I'm usually like assessing what shirt you're wearing.
Amisha is here. Amisha. What's up?
Wild weather around here, huh?
Wait, Amisha, good snowy afternoon. It's not snowing here,
is it? Snowing for like 30 minutes when I was at work. I was like, this is not cool.
We literally had a 24-hour period where it was our in our area the biggest snowfall in a 24-hour period in like forever, like the second highest ever.
Yeah,
which is it's only like 10 inches, but that was a lot for us.
Like they'll tell us we're gonna get snow, and then it doesn't show up, and everybody's like worried about snowmageddon that ends up being like a couple snowflakes. Well, this was more substantial than that.
The night before, they're like, yeah, maybe you get 1 inch to 2 inches, and it was 10 inches. So
yeah, I'd say we have a foot. We had a foot on that table in the back.
We did. Barb, what's up, Barb? Good to see you. So happy you're here. We miss you. We missed everybody. So good to be here with y'all. Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Bonnie's here. What's up, Bonnie? And Dawn. What's up, Dawn? So good to have you here.
Yes.
All right. So Oak Island stuff. We haven't chatted about it in a while.
Gosh, yeah. But it's been wild. Okay. That much is easy to say. There's been a lot of Gary finds this year. Like I'd say compared to last year, we've seen Gary a lot more, him and Jack or whoever else out there pulling stuff. Rick.
Even Marty's been out there.
Marty's been out there. Peter. But then this garden shaft situation, and they finally lifted the lid.
We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and then boom,
goes the dynamite.
We're down in the money pit, like
down legit. In the hole.
All right, so
no, Bokey, I cannot do such a thing. I'll never tell my Oak Island secrets. I won't tell you if I was there around that time or not.
She won't tell you if she went down into the money pit or not. Did you get a Dumas hard hat too?
I won't tell you.
Yeah. So anyway, we haven't been here like consistently for a while, and I think we should talk about it. Just because.
Okay.
I just think we should address it.
Is it the gnome in the room?
I just want to address it because like we've been I don't know, we've been
MIA.
Super busy. Deidre had her surgery and we've been sick a little bit and a lot's happened, but
and my grandma died.
And yeah, that was bad too.
Well, not accidentally. When we found that out, like within a couple hours, my mom and I were packed up in a vehicle and headed a couple hours to the east to take care of all that, which has been cool. Not really, but
well, it was. You went and it helped you cope, right?
it did. And
So.
honestly, I'm glad we went right away because they had to be able to clear out our stuff pretty quickly. I came home with, okay, as you can tell, we like books, but also I've been doing a lot of collecting of like religious texts and things like that. And I came home, my grandma was wicked smart and had her own sets of books, and they would have just like gone, to a thrift shop or something, but I got to take some very cool things. I even got the complete works of William Shakespeare from her.
And you're such a fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Jeff is here. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
Good to see you. And Tom Burns. What's up, Tom?
Hey, Tom.
Tom asked, did I miss the medical update on the foot?
Medical update. So I'm in a second cast.
Look at this. It's pink this time.
It is pink this
with
time.
Black.
And so I've had 2 casts. I spent 4 weeks in the cast. And tomorrow the cast gets removed.
See you, Boki. Yeah. Yep. Tomorrow's a good day for Deidre.
So currently I'm 6 weeks post-surgery.
It's D-Day, Deidre Day.
It's D-Day. And we'll find out if I get to go into the walking boot at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm supposed to start physical therapy the next week to regain my strength.
Yep. Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. So happy to see you. Yeah, so that's Deidre's medical update. Hopefully in the next,
as of now,
hopefully in the next not too distant future, she's able to drive again.
Oh, please.
Because she has to depend on my slow butt. Right
now, I mean, y'all know how I feel about relying on other people.
It doesn't go well. Like it hurts her like deeply and emotionally.
It hurts my heart. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I would like to be able to drive myself places. As of now, I cannot do such a thing. Dustin has to pick me up and take me places. He has to get me to work.
And everything takes her a little bit longer to do. Like that's okay.
3 times as long. Super fun.
Yeah, like today, Deidre was at work. I had to go pick her up and bring her home. And I was waiting, she was setting things up to do this. And then I was going to go do my hair so that I didn't have to, because I always wear a hat, but sometimes I like to have my hair done for my friends. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have time to do it because everything just takes a little bit longer and it just is what it is.
It is what it is. Been, like I said, super busy, and I've been back to work in person and catching up. Also had a webinar last night from my church historian course. I've officially completed it.
Are you allowed to say that what you're working on?
What do you mean?
Oh
yeah, that's fine.
Well, go ahead. Why don't you share?
I'm writing a book.
Woo!
I never thought the first book I write would be nonfiction. And there's been a lot of historical research and diving into documents that haven't been seen in a very long time and aren't published or available. But when all is said and done, hopefully they will be, including the next iteration. So yay, church historian, but still learning, doing stuff, learn about the archiving and how to preserve. And it's been really amazing. And like I said, I've been able to, it's just incredible. Some of these documents I've come across, because they are like corrections to books that were published that were never corrected, but they're here physically in writing from the author, and it's wild. So Jeff, I'm not gonna make stuff up. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's what people get to do. the people that write the history get to tell their version of it. So
not if they're credible, and you have to. Well, and that's actually part of the issues I go through, and I have to see where these sources are coming from, who wrote it, and their credibility as an author, or you are tracking down original documents. So I will get to go to the vaults in Vancouver. I'm hoping to take a small field trip of people to see some see original documents from founding and all that cool stuff.
See the Dana's here.
Hey, Dana.
What's up, Dana? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello. We miss you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Trisha's here.
Hey.
What's up, Trisha? Good to see you. Jackie says trivia prize, signed copy of Deidre's book.
Let me tell you, it won't be ready by the time trivia gets there. I mean, you're talking about a long-term
hopefully
project.
What if they find the Oak Island trivia
Oak Island trivia?
Oak Island treasure by then.
Okay, then I mean that would be within a couple of years.
Well, then we won't be doing trivia anymore after that.
Well, why not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, trivia. So I did do trivia questions last week and this week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can play Oak Island trivia next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
If Deidre is if she can make it. All right. I could do it by myself, but that's not nearly as fun. But Oak Island trivia, I've got the 20 questions ready to go. And so we can play. I haven't sent out any prizes for a long time. People that haven't received their prizes, don't worry, because I know who you are, and they're still coming. It's just
yeah,
it is what it is. But so yeah, next Monday we can play Oak Island trivia, and then we can do pregame on Tuesday. And what about podcast? Do you want to talk about that?
So as you can tell, it's just taken enough for us to get here. As of now, we're just going to be doing pregame and trivia until we can get our feet back under us and we know which way is up and which way is down. Probably closer to when I can drive, because since everything takes twice as long, including having to have transportation, that will, yeah. But we want to keep up trivia and be able to give away our golden gnome, our silver gnome, our bronze gnome. Yeah.
That reminds me.
I don't know that I like that, but
go
ahead.
Well, it comes back to this most recent episode of the Curse of Oak Island.
Okay.
So, you said, okay, so they're looking at the blob. We haven't even talked about the blob yet at all.
It's a kidney, but whatever.
Wait, is the other one called the mini blob?
Is it the mini blob or little blob?
I think it's mini blob.
I think it's the mini blob.
And so we have the smaller blob.
This blob had a child.
That's pretty good. And so we have the little blob now, right? So the little blob has all these different elements that they're detecting, which make up, brass, and then stuff to make up bronze. And I'm thinking, man, we should have the Oak Island Olympics because we have gold, silver, and bronze down there. You know what
Baby
I'm saying?
blob. Sorry, guys.
Oh, baby blob. That's
See,
right.
You got to check your sources.
So
not everybody knows what they're talking about.
The podium could be on top of the baby blob.
Not
we need to have the Oak Island
blob.
Olympics.
But yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
The Pooter is for the person that comes in fourth place.
That's pretty good.
All right, so I missed a lot of the chat. Karen says, "How old is the church you're working with?" Very old. So very old for our part of the world.
Yes. So we are on the West Coast. As you know, we're on the Columbia River, which definitely has quite the significance. But it was chartered or officially
founded.
I'm not even that. I'm trying to, like, if you're going in as far as the legality of officially becoming a church, it was 1881, which is when we kind of base like our anniversaries on. However, I mean, 1860s. I've got some records back from late 1700s from the travel over here.
Wow.
Which is actually part of one of the projects I'm doing. It's going to be a series. It's almost like a volume of books. So one of the ones I'm really excited about is how did we get here? So I'll be tracing back the circuit riders from the Lewis River Circuit back to, so how did they get here? Like who sent them? And from them, where did they come? So, and how we progressed across the United States. And then the breaking from the Church of England, how coming back over with Ashbury and Coke. And there's actually some very, very interesting stuff as far as Nova Scotia and the US and what I want to say, the missions that went out from there. There's actually a really close tie there, which is fascinating because of the amount of churches that are in Nova Scotia. It's just wild when you're over there. Just like 12 churches on every corner, it seems like. Anyways, I could go on for a long time, and I feel very blessed to have been able to work with the documents that I do. It's a big project.
So you have documents that are roughly around the same time as the discovery of the money pit, is what you're saying?
Maybe.
Well, you said it's late 1700s. 1795 is, you can't get much later in the 1700s than that.
Oh, I know. It's all good.
All right, we missed saying hi to a few people.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we say hi to, I think Allison was here in chat. Yep. Hi, Allison. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Let's see here.
I think there was one from
There's
YouTube.
Allison. Oh, yeah. And then we have all the baby blogs.
Oh, Becky's here.
Hey, Becky.
Hi, Becky. Good to see you. And Andrea. What's up, Andrea? Yeah, Andrea, there's not many people watching us on YouTube, so you might not get a lot of response, but I'm sure everybody here says hi and hello, and thanks for joining us today. Yeah.
Oh, Karen, I do have my work cut out for me.
She loves this stuff, though.
Also, none of it's been digitally archived, and in the West, because we don't have as much history, and we do, as the East does, but so many things happen there, which is also kind of why the states are smaller and the way they broke out. They didn't know how much land was over here. Anyhow, I could go on and on. It's incredible, the things I have found.
Yeah, so she's at the church doing all this stuff and
my work, my job.
And the work, and she's like there, and I'm her ride, so I get to go there and just wait in the parking lot with the kids until 8 p.m.
You don't wait there all day. And it was 8 p.m. and I didn't get done until like 8:30, yes, on a snowy evening.
Yeah, well, on the East Coast, it's 11:30, so just saying, it's late. Hi, Connie.
Hey, Connie.
What's up? Good to see you.
We are hoping to do a cathedral tour. Oh, I'd love to do some cathedral tours.
What cathedral are you talking about? Connie?
So Connie's responding to it. Did you know from Agnes? Did you know the oldest church in San Antonio was a Portuguese church and has Portuguese Templar statue in it? Ooh,
pretty cool.
I'd love to
check it out.
I'd love to know more.
Yeah, Deidre is really fascinated by this stuff.
Well, I'm working on some history of religions over time and how they broke out and how they came to be this way. And it's quite the timeline. It's crazy. It's cool though. Might as well leave something on, your stamp of something on the world. I've been wanting to write for a long time. I just thought I didn't think it would be nonfiction, but now I realize, why would I have not wrote a nonfiction book? Most of the books we own are nonfiction. Ta-da!
And then over my shoulder, it's like all that's books. And then we have more over there too.
This is where I'm gathering all the local church history stuff in religious texts. I'm gathering religious texts from all the different. I have
She's literally extending her arm, pointing it like.
Yeah, like you
guys have no idea.
Like
She has two.
I have a Hebrew Bible. I have there's a bunch of different ones I'm trying to acquire. So
Good job.
That's cool, Agnes.
So cool. So cool.
Okay, so Oak Island. Okay, we talked about trivia and pregame
And the Olympics.
and the Olympics.
So other things that have happened since we haven't been here. We've seen Miriam come back.
Yes, but we haven't seen her come back again. Well, it was like a Miriam cameo.
I thought she was there for 2 episodes.
She's an Easter egg.
I thought she was there for 2 episodes.
Okay, yeah, but it's like a little yay when you see her.
Hey, Susan's here.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We miss you. I know you missed us. Yeah, so like Miriam though, like I just wanted to say real quick, like, yeah, it's cool to have her back, you know, and she's a very
she's
fun
very
personality.
Yeah, fun personality.
But like, you know, I probably shouldn't even say this, but like there's people on some Facebook groups that, you know, when she wasn't there, for like, you know,
for a long time,
they'll post like, I miss Miriam. It's like, well, do you miss Liz?
Right?
Do you miss these other people? It's like, okay, she's young and blonde. We get it. Okay,
right?
Good for you.
And they
it's like I just look at those people like, okay, creep.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
And people know because they do it with Vanessa sometimes. I get all kinds of like putting my dukes up, and I'm like, not okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, we are happy to see her, and that's fun. And we've seen a lot more of like Emma.
Man, she is smart.
Archaeometallurgist.
Yes, you got it.
She is fun. Like I think she's really good.
And I love her.
She's very confident with what she says, which I really like. And she's
articulate.
She's very articulate. I think she's fantastic. She's a great addition.
Helen, we've heard her a lot more this season. I think I bet she has got some really interesting stories.
Yeah.
But she seems, again, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Her and Emma seem to work well together and quite closely, quite often. And yeah, I'm glad to have more from her.
Yep. So there are some new like stars of the show that like, you know, we get a little bit more out of. So it's fun for as a viewer. It's just fun to have more people.
Oh, absolutely.
More takes on things. Yeah, so they found like a brooch last week.
Yeah, so something. Gary definitely, who was with him? Jack. Yeah, because Jack was very excited.
He was very excited.
And it was, you could tell, very intricate before it's even been cleaned off. Or I've seen a lot of people, you know, sharing screenshots of it and looking on, I think there was an Etsy post someone shared.
Like Victorian brooch.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of, not even speculation, maybe speculation, but it seemed very Victorian. I'd agree with that. Should be interesting to see the composition of it. He's found a few Bobby Dazzlers this year already.
Yeah.
And, you know, some type of what I would say is an Egyptian artifact.
Yeah, but the potential Roman half coin, that's the biggest deal so far, I think. So Connie asks how your leg is. She missed that part.
Oh.
Do you want to show your current situation? So she has this cool pink cast with the blue or the black trim.
So this is my second cast.
Yep. But it comes off tomorrow.
Yes. So I've been in a cast for 4 weeks. I am 6 weeks post-operation. And tomorrow the cast is supposed to come off. So hopefully means I get put in one of those air cast walking boots like they put me in before. I mean, that thing was so uncomfortable though. So like, I hope I get a better one this time. Not that there is anything better, but then after that next week, I do start physical therapy, which is a long road, but they warned me going into this, it could be, you know, roughly 5 months until full recovery and strength coming back. I'm totally going to beat that.
Yeah. Okay, and so Chris Bishop's here.
Hey, Chris.
And so Chris, tell your wife Claire we said what's up too.
Yeah.
Hello. Andrea says, "Where's everybody watching from?" and I often can't make the live, and appreciate you doing the show with no spoilers for us Canadians.
Ooh,
You're
it's
welcome.
good to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, history should air the show with the United States and Canada at the same time. We've been preaching
We've
that for a
been
long time.
advocating that, and try even directly have contacted history about it. Anyhow,
They have their reasons, I guess. They won't
Uh-huh.
share it with us, but it is what
Right.
it is. Hey, Claire is here. What's up, Claire? See her
hey
at the bottom there.
Claire.
Chris said he will say hi, but she got it.
Claire's on it,
Either that or Chris is just really quick, and Claire's really quick.
right? Quick to respond.
Yeah. So anyway, Andrea, Deidre, and I are from Vancouver, Washington, United
Yes.
States, West Coast. The first Vancouver.
Yeah, because we're older than BC,
They're on
and
top
we're
of
not
us.
from Washington D.C.
Mm-mm. Washington State. We're actually like 5
Vancouver,
miles.
not Canada.
We're 5 miles from Portland, Oregon, which is not very good in our
Well-
opinion. Sorry, Amisha. If
We're big Vancouver fans.
we love Vancouver, like we don't go to Portland unless we have to. Yeah, Deborah, what's up?
Hey,
we look
Deborah.
well. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
I shaved
do
for
you
you
not
guys today.
remember when like I came on and I was like trying to survive after surgery,
Yeah, that was tough.
and then like we had gotten sick. We got
Mhm.
sick before I had surgery and barely got well enough in time for me to do surgery, and then we got sick later.
Yeah, we were sick a bit, and Deidre's like, we wouldn't have missed any weeks, I don't think, if Deidre hadn't had surgery,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
But
that needed to happen.
I feel like if you hadn't had surgery, you might not be doing your book stuff or as deep into your like the history stuff.
Maybe, but
I think everything happens for a reason, and it if it
this has needed to happen for 20 years.
what
My ankle.
yeah
So,
Long time.
and I like, come on, guys, I'm in my 30s and I'm saying this has needed to happen for 20 years. So that's telling you something.
Susan's in Centralia. I know where that is. She's just north.
Yeah. Hey, you guys. Okay, that's Astoria, but whatever. It's like partway there.
Not really.
Yeah, Dana's in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Daniel, we're older than BC should go on a t-shirt. That's true. I like that. We're older than BC.
Well, so there was a treasure hunt a few years ago.
Yes.
That a local treasure hunt that they do every year. And one of the clues was something about Vancouver being here first. Like the
Mhm.
Vancouver, it's the first of the two Vancouvers or something.
Yeah.
And the answer to it was Vancouver, Washington, because
Mhm.
that's where the treasure was.
Mhm.
And yeah, we were here first. Yeah, Brendan. So this episode is a special, right? Usually mid-episode and the last episode that shows a lot. I don't know if it's a special.
It's as far as I know, it's not a special.
Would you believe it?
I don't think.
I'm not like super current. I only watched the most
Really
recent
try-
episode today.
Mm-hmm. I watched it before that, just to be clear.
I binged all the other episodes last Sunday, a week before this past Sunday, so that we could be ready to do a podcast, and then that fell apart.
Yeah.
Because Deidre just got home from her grandma thing.
Catching up on my job because returning to work, it's hard to when you're trying to work from home. Luckily, we live pretty close to the church, so.
Oh, Dino, what's up, Dino?
Hey,
Dino's
Dino.
from Rochester, New York. We have Allison, raised in Princeton, New Jersey.
All right.
Jeff is in Arizona, and Jan is on YouTube. What's up, Jan?
Hey, Jan.
Good to see you. Welcome. So happy that you're here.
It's funny, Jeff. You said how about Arizona, but he was replying to Agnes, and Dustin literally refers to you as Arizona Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know who Jeff Signeri is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to tell me he's from Arizona,
Well,
but cool.
But
there are a lot of
Jeffs. We have lots of
To be
Jeffs.
fair,
We have lots of good Jeffs in our groups. So
Karen Stubilt is from Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Connie's from Texas. See, we all over.
Did you?
And we know the Bishops are from Australia.
You see what Agnes says?
More importantly, Baby Yoda is back tomorrow.
New episodes of Mandalorian.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Is it? Maybe you might get it at midnight tonight if you stay up late, Agnes.
Let's see here. Bonnie says she's from Missouri, but originally from New Brunswick, Canada. My mom's, so it would have been my grandmother, was from Missouri. Like that's where her family all migrated over here from.
Trisha is from New Jersey, and Jackie is from Pennsylvania. So, hey, Dana says, could you imagine Deidre designing a church-related treasure hunt? It'd be Da Vinci Code-ish.
Well,
do you remember the church parade?
I was going to say, what about a steeplechase, if you will? You know, because many churches were, what do I want to say? They're benchmarks, or they are benchmarks still to this day, as far as surveying and with plotting land, because it is thought, you know, a church building, they usually have that nice high spire, especially in downtown. And they're thought as places of worship back in the day that they would be, those buildings would stay there for a prolonged period of time. So yeah, maybe a steeplechase is a good idea.
That would be fun. Bonnie is from Missouri, but originally from New Brunswick, Canada.
Awesome.
Allison says her family owns a crater in Arizona. Does your family own Meteor Crater?
A crater? Please expand on this. Yeah. I would like to see the Exhibit A for this, because I bet that's insane.
I want to go to
that one crater.
I've never been to Meteor Crater, and I've always wanted to go. Always.
You know what?
You mean yes. Crater Lake? Oh my gosh, I need to like go and I don't know.
What?
Yeah. How do you own a crater? That's what I want to know. That's awesome.
Wait, did she just say she owns Crater Lake?
No, Meteor Crater.
Oh, Meteor Crater. I was like, that's not possible.
Becky says she's from South Carolina.
Well, look at that.
Becky, it's too bad when I was in South Carolina, I couldn't have lunch with you or something. Daniel M. Berenger was her great-grandfather. That's
okay.
Awesome. Yes.
Wow.
The Great U.S. Treasure Hunt had a big section of the book dedicated to Meteor Crater, and talking about the Berengers and talking about the weight of the meteorites and everything.
All that, yeah.
Good stuff. You know, it's funny.
Fascinating.
The Great U.S. Treasure Hunt, right? It was written by somebody with a fake name, right? A pseudonym, right? And so like it's just so funny. Like all these people in the treasure hunt community,
not all, but a large amount of people is what he means.
A chunk of people thought that it was Deidre. Like they thought Deidre had written this treasure hunt.
So just because I made an offhanded, I was joking, and they're like, "Oh, I had this theory that Deidre was, you know, this person." I was like, "Ooh, I like that idea." I was like, "Let's run with that." Like saying it was a funny thought or a conspiracy, and then all of a sudden, like it spread like wildfire. It was great, and I laughed, and I mean, but I'll never tell.
This is funny.
You'll never know. Maybe I am the code master.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty good at it. So, anywho, yeah, that's cool that your family is connected to the Meteor Crater. I mean, that's legit. I mean, that is so cool. It's so preserved too for like what it is, because it's young. It's like what 30,000.
That's a relative term, but yeah,
30,000 years ago hit. It's young. During the last ice age, I guess. So
let's see here. So Trisha, I'm in Baynor near Newark. Oh, okay. They're talking about New Jersey. I would love to go to New Jersey. That's where the General Commissions of History and Archives and History are. 6 miles of corridors in their vault.
Where?
Full in New Jersey.
Dang. Hardcore.
I want to go to the vault. It'd be so cool.
Well, Rick Lagina wants to get to that treasure vault. He's ready to just go down there and help them start digging.
What if it's 6 miles
No,
worth
no, no,
of stuff? You think they would have hit it by now?
No. Can't dig that deep.
No, I meant wide. It's not going to be 6 miles down.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what I heard.
You better check your sources. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Let's see.
I'm always wrecking myself.
That's true. That is true. New Jersey is a beautiful state. I believe it, Connie. I'd like to see the other parts of New York besides New York City. But there's also some places in New York City I'd like to go see.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, hey.
Love you. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Hey, I just want to
Maybe
say
we get back on Oak Island.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I just want to say who asked about where people are from, because that was a fun thing. Was it Andrea?
YouTube.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think that was from
Yeah,
Andrea.
Well, thanks for
Andrea.
that fun tangent.
Yeah, that was quite lovely.
Dana needs do you need a trowel?
I would love a trowel.
Yeah, we don't have our buttons hooked up. I don't know what happened to the buttons.
They're over there and they're not hooked up. I don't want to talk about it.
These are buttons?
Especially after a computer went.
These are our buttons.
Buttons come and buttons go.
Yeah. Pop. We could program this thing to have like 15 different.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, I'll just be your soundboard friends.
Yeah. Each button could be programmed to a subset of 15 different buttons, and you could keep doing that like infinitely. So we had a whole bunch lined up at one point. Oh yeah, girl. Remember that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did we mess this up?
You did, but yeah. Wow.
All right. So Brennan on YouTube says, I never understood the museums of the United States. They have lots of items that would reveal a lot of history, but it's hidden to the public, waiting to be processed.
Honestly, I have seen this, but because it's very little pay, and you need to be highly trained to go through. Not only do you have to like archive, preserve, document them, which is a lot harder than it sounds. For example, gosh, what was it? Vanderbilt University. So these online catalogs, right? Well, if all of your search references are online, they can go belly up. And if you don't have a way to back up these, or if you don't regularly, you could lose it all. And you don't hear about things like this when I'm 90% sure, because I learned this last night. It was Vanderbilt University, and their database system, like, gone. So literally nobody has. So they're all filed away in their fun little spots. But there's nothing that says how to find said item to see if you even have it.
Did they get hit by electric magnetic pulse or something?
You know what? Stuff like that, not that extreme, but also they're just different issues with different cloud systems.
They get magnets too close to the
their servers go belly up. I mean, you're talking about mechanical things. SSD hard drives don't last as long as you would think, but you should also back up in multiple places on different types of media, right? Not necessarily just thumb drives. So like I'm pulling floppy disk information, but you also have to have the software that can read it. That's why you're supposed to print everything yearly in order to archive it. Actually have some desk references here from the New York Library.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering. But anyways, I agree, Brennan. It's hard to do and to keep up with.
In
There's not enough hands.
Well, and in America, we have so many museums compared to the rest of the world, like way more per capita.
Really?
Oh gosh, so much more. Like,
Well, I guess
I think
because
like
we
5
don't
times
have
more than the next.
I mean, I think about if we were across the pond, like we'd be going to the historical site versus like a museum that would have a piece of something from said historical site, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, he said that's a great explanation. Thanks.
Yes, look at me nailing it. That helps me with my book credibility.
She was teaching me a bunch of stuff last night too.
I did.
So.
I was educating.
Yeah. Andrea, when Rick and Scott went down the garden shaft and looked up, it was amazing to think they did that hundreds of years ago with next to nothing technology-wise.
Right? Think of everything they did and these extra safety precautions. They were fearless back in the day.
Well, look at people like building the Empire State Building, you know, like they didn't have harnesses or anything. They just were up there on the beams.
As you get used to it. But I mean, look at when they built
Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. And there are records of how many people died. And there was also lines of people waiting for people to fall off the bridge in order to get work. So there's that.
Yep. Well,
but because it was a good paying job, they waited.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that stuff doesn't fly these days. Maybe it's why we don't build anything new anymore in this country. Like anything, I don't know. Like we don't build anything beautiful anymore. Like everything's just ugly and box shaped, and like it's kind of like even look at McDonald's from when we were kids. It was fun, colorful, awesome. Now they're just like ugly boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do anything fun anymore.
Okay, so then back up. That first off, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that is a very subjective term. Okay. Now, not everybody finds the same thing beautiful, but there's also greater expenses in doing what I assume you referred to as beauty, as just throwing some gargoyles on the corners of the buildings and some very ornate work. But materials are more expensive. And also, how practical is it if you were to walk through some of those very old buildings? Like, they don't really function for the way we like to live now. So you wouldn't want to, we've talked about this, when buying a house, you would rather a new house, which would already have your layout and everything you like, versus me, who wants something beautiful, what you would call beautiful, but you don't want to live in it. So then you're part of the problem here. What about things that were built, you know, during the atomic age or anything mid-century? Those have very clean, crisp lines, and they're beautiful. And you know, during the space age, people wanted those shiny things, but now McDonald's is too sterile looking for you, even though it's right on trend with everything else you're excited about.
It just doesn't look inviting anymore, but you do have some points there, so touche.
I could go further if you would like.
Looks like Kristen wants to fight me. Whoa, nothing beautiful. Architecture isn't like it used to be.
Cage fight.
She would whoop me.
Oh,
sorry, Kristen. I didn't mean
to get him, Kristen. I kind of got him for you. Architecture isn't what it used to be. You're right, Allison. You know, it changes over time. Like as
I don't know. Like if you look at the new buildings like that had gone up in New York, like some of them that are they're just ugly, and then you have the Empire State Building. It's beautiful. Yeah, Chrysler Building is beautiful.
What did they think about it when they built it at that time?
Who?
Whoever was building the Empire State Building, right? They probably thought it was a modern building. They didn't say, wow, look at that beautiful ornate woodwork. Or they're probably saying what you thought, architecture ain't what it used to be. I'm an old man.
Yeah, they should put up columns like in Greece.
Yeah.
Well, those are beautiful too.
Yeah. Well, did you know that like in Roman or in Greece, those white marble statues were actually painted
Oh,
They were actually rather colorful, but over time,
gone now.
but there's no way for us to know, even though they have been able to identify different flakes and fragments still within it. But as far as you know, and everybody else, when we make Caesar's Palace, none of the statues are painted, even though they would have been back in the time. Think of it the same way you would ancient Egypt, how colorful it would have been.
Bye, Karen.
But now it's all tan.
Karen's leaving.
Bye, Karen.
Thanks for being here. I hear you. I just don't know.
Don't get me going. Like,
I feel like I already did.
I know.
I'm going to hear this the rest of the night.
I told you I'll just be sassy. Hard to clean. Yes, very true, Bonnie.
Tom Burns leaving. Peace out, man. Good to see you. Take it easy. So Connie says you have to hunt, but some newer buildings are beautiful and intriguing. Look at the subway station near the World Trade Center. Very light and airy inside. That's that weird thing that looks like a.
Why is it weird?
It looks like a rib cage. Remember, it's like a
dome. Oh
yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan. But I get what you're saying, Connie. I get what you're saying.
Absolutely. In some buildings, the real beauty is when you get inside and you're able to stand in there looking out through all the glass.
What episode's on tonight? Which number?
I don't know. It's Would You Believe? Like wood as an actual.
Yeah. So whatever today is, minus the past 2 episodes are going to be trivia. I think that's what Jackie is asking about. Hi, Jenny. Getting inky with it.
It's episode 15.
All right. So episode 14 and 13.
Getting the shaft and all's well.
We'll have trivia questions on those 2 come Monday.
Yes.
Hopefully. It should be. Yeah. Yeah, Andrea, everybody mostly is on Facebook. So sorry. If you go to facebook.com/Oak Island Podcast, you can watch there too. Hi, Denise. What's up?
Hey.
So Jenny getting inky with it.
No.
Hi. So glad you're here. Yeah, the Oculus. That's what that rib cage looking thing is
got
called.
it. Okay.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea, but
just
I know
because you don't like it.
My best friend is like a train, subway, like mostly
connoisseur, expert,
like freight trains and stuff, and passenger trains. He loves that stuff, but I think he really likes that building. So good for him.
Chris Warford for the win.
What did he say?
Modern skyscrapers use clean, sterile lines, so King Kong has nothing to grasp onto and climb, unlike the Empire State Building. Boom! I was just going to mention you too, Chris. Excellent timing. Oh, geez.
Good stuff, Chris.
You nailed it. So you can tell Dustin to just calm down. It's a King Kong prevention measure. Yes.
Party har har.
Susan will post something on Facebook about the trivia info because we want everybody to know. Denise, probably figure out the brooch.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. I think that Denise put up in like of the Etsy stuff. You know, yeah, the Victorian era jewelry. Very cool.
He just keeps pulling them up.
Yep. So is everybody subscribed to Chris Morford's new channel on YouTube?
Yeah, his new YouTube channel. And then also he's got a Facebook group.
Yeah, it's Arcane
Arcadia.
There you go.
But Chris, if you got the links, throw them in the chat because we heart you.
Yeah, Deidre.
I had the privilege of meeting Chris Morford.
Shh.
He's just as lovely in person.
I bet.
As he is online.
I bet.
And still hilarious.
I bet. Good guy. I think we got to get going.
Oh yeah, there's a show coming on that we like to talk about called The Curse of Oak Island. Oh yeah, Dana said she watched Chris's video on the cross site. Let me tell you quick. Chris,
I missed it.
Is incredible at explaining like these big, very complex concepts and things that can be really hard to wrap your head around unless you're a scholar. but he can make it so others understand in like a big way. Like, it's incredible. So you should definitely follow along with that guy, Reverend Chris Morford.
And you'd say wicked smart.
He is wicked smart.
All right.
Yes, Tree of Life, Dana, which is a whole nother fascinating. Wow. Just wow. I could go on and on.
See what the OG said?
Sweet baby Jesus. It is time to wrap this up, get our snacks and all the above.
Thanks
Cheers.
for hanging out with us, everybody.
Yes.
And we will be back probably next Monday with trivia. And that's the plan.
So next Monday in the afternoon, right?
Yeah. Probably at noon Pacific.
Probably. But Dustin is in charge of putting all that info out, and it'll happen.
Good to see everybody. Thanks, Allison. Thanks, Barb. Thanks, Bonnie. Thanks, Jackie and Chris Morford and Connie. And everybody. And Dana, you guys rock. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Jeff and OG and Trisha and Dino and everybody. And all of our friends on YouTube. We had Andrea. We had
Should I just let you keep going, or should I end the broadcast? Because he'll just keep
just cut me off.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Enjoy the show. Bye.
Thanks, you guys.